Hey there, Button Shy. My name's Taylor, and this is Pritchard. He goes by Prick. The game is called Clover It Up, and the theme is forest covering up and reclaiming kind of the machines of man. The theme is about covering things up, clover it up, but also the mechanisms are also about covering things up. As you flip and write, you will be flipping over certain cards, and that will dictate what shape players will draw on their boards. Or they'll be picking that card as a power that they can use in the game. The main gameplay is this. So a player will draw a card. They're going to look at either side. That's going to be the type of square they're going to draw on their board later, and they're going to choose which side they want it to be. The next player is going to draw a card and choose either side for, again, whichever color they want. But for the placing, you always have to place at the same point as the previous card. So each of the cards are just going to slowly overlap each other in a circle here. When this player over here, they're deciding on what shape in blue both players are going to draw. So if they were to place it here, each player would draw a 1x2 squares on their grid. If the player would have done that, each player is now drawing a 2x2. So part of Clover It Up is just covering up what the person did previously. So maybe they wanted to mitigate it and they just did that. So each player would now draw one blue square. So then it's this player's turn. And so they'll grab this. Again, they can choose which side they want it. Maybe they want red for next turn, and maybe they want a green T. So now both players draw a green T. So play like this will keep going around and around, and the round ends whenever a card overlaps the starting card. And so when that round ends, players look at the cards up here, and they'll choose one of the powers. After that, the card you have on your side will come over here. This is a pattern you're trying to match. And so now after the first round, since that player took that, these would go back in here, they get shuffled. And during your turn, once you draw a card from the top of the deck, you not only have a choice to either play it face this or this down here, you also can choose for it to be your power card for the end of the round. Play like this continues until when going to reach for a card over here, if there's no card in the deck. Then players will find out how many points they get. You get points for having your second largest group in any of the primaries. You get 1 point each for all of the multi. Also, it's a majority game, so you'd be keeping track of your majorities and your opponent's majorities, and whoever has the most will get 25. Some of the powers over here are super helpful, like being able to draw a solo, or ignoring an S on a pattern, or maybe blocking any attacking cards that your opponent might play. So that's Clover It Up, so why don't you beautify the world while also proving who the best sibling is.